Hi Marissa, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I just thought I'd bring you in today. I've been working with Harry for a few weeks now, and I just thought that you and I could sit one-on-one and kind of look over his progress. Hope that sounds good to you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So first I just want to ask how you think things are going with Harry.
Seems a little slow. He's been getting tired a lot lately, and it's just been getting harder to use his voice at home, but I really try to push him to use it, and I know he wants to, but he just gets so tired, and that fatigue is really taking a toll on him, and it's hard because I know he wants to use his voice to talk, but it sometimes gets to that point where he can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree. I think, he's at kind of a standstill right now, which is not where ideally we'd like to see him. We'd love to see him, kind of return back to that level he was functioning at. So, with that being said, the fatigue, how does that impact how it communicates with you and others?
I don't know, I think it gets frustrating sometimes, not only for him, but for me, because I just want to see him talking, because he's finally talking again, and I don't know, it does get frustrating, and I try not to let it get in the way, but I see that it's almost feel like he's getting upset, and he kind of just shuts down, and then I want him to use his voice so bad, so sometimes I feel like maybe I push him, and yeah, I mean, we're making it work, but there's definitely some frustration.
Yeah, I agree. I observe some things in therapy, such as, he gets very down on himself, very frustrated, and he already has difficulty as it is kind of planning the motor movements and really thinking about it, that when he gets tired, it gets even worse for him.
Yeah.
And that can really, take a toll on someone. What I was thinking, since we're kind of at a standstill, has anyone ever introduced AAC to you and your family?
That's like using like an iPad?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, kind of a little bit. I checked it out a while ago, but it just hasn't really we haven't really thought about it because we really want him to use his voice and like natural speech to communicate with us. Especially right now, I just feel like he's young enough where he still can.
Yeah.
It just never was really an option, I thought.
So with AAC, it's basically a tablet, and it has special programming for aphasia and apraxia, actually, that, he can press a button and it will speak out to, his communication.
So he's taking, like, his voice away from him?
No, not at all. It's really, AAC isn't the goal isn't to take away the voice. It's used to supplement his voice.
Okay.
So, in Apraxia, there's actually been research done that having that constant speaking model actually helps to, the growth of verbal expression. And for someone with Apraxia, having that model, it might be beneficial for him. And no, he doesn't have to use it all the time. It's not, taking away his voice. I really just want to use it to kind of reduce fatigue or, in case of emergency.
So at therapy, can you do voice there? Like, not voice, but like helping him speak, and then some of the other stuff then?
Yep, so here's what I was thinking, was continuing doing the scripts that you've chosen, and programming his device, for personal use. But when he goes home, he can use the device to practice this, the scripts that we do use. As far as communication between, yourself and your husband goes, you guys can still use speech, but you can have the AAC device to reduce fatigue and frustration. And that might kind of ease things along, and it might actually help his verbal speech if he's not, tired and frustrated all the time.
Yeah. what if he gets like too reliant on it? Like, I don't want his voice to go. I don't know. I don't want his voice to go away.
And that is, and honestly, most of the families that I talk to, that is their number one fear. That's totally normal. Like I said, research says otherwise. And in therapy, that's not what I like to promote, that it completely takes over the voice. Basically, we like to use it just as a supplement.
Mm-hmm.
And, just kind of, not in place of the voice, but just kind of something on the side that we can use.
Right. Do you think it could get tiring for him using the device? Or, I don't know if you know the answer to the question.
It could. Just like it gets tiring for speech.
Mm-hmm.
The long-term goal would be for him to be so proficient at it that it would actually, do the opposite. But we won't know that until we try.
Yeah. I feel like I'd be comfortable with it. I don't know. I think I could slowly see that, just because I do really enjoy him trying to use his voice at home.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not opposed to it because of the fatigue, and it's really been taking a toll on us lately. But
right, and we want to reduce the fatigue for you and for him,
but
also increase his verbal speech. And right now we're at a standstill, so I'm thinking let's try something else and kind of see how it goes.
Okay.
So, we're out of time here, but I'll give this to you, read it, and then we can talk more about the process next week.
That sounds good.
Talk to your family, talk to, whoever.
I can see him probably being really excited about this. I just think it'll be a little tougher on me, just because I
I like to look at it as it might be one of the best things that's can happen to him at this point, and talking with your kids and people in the community who you and him are very good at communicating with each other because you spend a lot of time around each other, but this just gives him a way to talk to others and kind of expand.
Yeah, and I'd like that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Right.